Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition, Taishi, and I'm a Mysterious JG. So, in the real world, I just got back from basically a week of... It's like a vacation... staycation? Almost? I went to visit... I stayed with my parents, and my parents live in the same town as my sister and brother, thus my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, my niece, and my nephew. So basically everybody in the immediate family except for me lives in the same place, and I went to visit it. So before anyone asks, no material recorded for YouTube with Bobo. That was not going to... It just wasn't possible. But as it turns out, there are other things you can do with your brother that you haven't seen for like 6+ months, and we did some of them and had a good old time. That being said, I had a whole week of not recording, but I had recorded up front, so I'm plenty caught up on plenty of series. What I should be playing right now to make sure I have enough material is Street Fighter, but the neuropathy has been bad today. I've been having real control problems. So if you're following this series and that series, stay tuned, because once I go take on I have no particular reason to think the neuropathy is going to get any better this week. I just didn't feel like facing up to it today, so expect some really sloppy gameplay. For whatever reason, this afternoon, I found myself goofing around with this game, because the last time I recorded, I actually, after I stopped recording, I played ahead a couple of turns, just checking out some stuff and goofing off, and it's a habit. I don't do it that often in these, but this RTK is a series, and Nobunaga's Ambition, I'll sometimes just do that so that I don't like to throw away. This series, I did throw away a whole video. I don't usually go back on anything that I've done on screen. But I did goof around, and I guess I just paused, or I just put the PS4 into sleep mode while I was still there, and was gone for a week, because when I came back, it was in the middle of where I'd already made progress, and I was like, oh, so I goofed around with that for a while. Things will get a lot harder when we fight the Oda, but I'm pretty damn confident, let's just put it that way. One exciting thing that happened off screen is... the Chosakabe had declared war on the Oda, and our relationship with the Oda went down. It's already pretty bad. But the main thing is, I cut off trade with them, and they immediately declared war. The Bloody Handed led an attack. I don't remember the name of the officer that he killed, but the Bloody Handed actually killed an officer in combat, which led to, Nobunaga phase and a little message saying, you dare kill my vassals? Don't think I'll forget this. So it wasn't a kinsman of Nobunaga's, but it was enough. It was actually a Sanada, because the Sanada have been swallowed up by the Oda in this scenario. The Sanada are actually been fighting the Hojo over here, if you're paying attention, at Tsuchigasaki, which is the actual site of a real major battle, I think. But yeah, so that's interesting, but that never happens. So if the Bloody Handed does another dream sequence, he could be murdering. It was not a Sanada I'd heard of. It was not Mazuyuki. It was not Yukimura. It was not Nobuyuki. It was some lesser member of the clan. But that's the thing. Also, people have mentioned it in the comments. I realized this myself and don't think I'd said it. Yeah, the incident at Hinoji is not happening. That history is broken. It should have already happened by now. The Oda should not have expanded this far west as far as I know. So Mitsuhide has not betrayed Nobunaga. It is not going to happen. I need to just operate under the assumption that I'm fighting the Oda at its full strength, with all of those forces that splintered and did battle with each other after, all unified behind the Oda, which is probably, depending on your scenario, the Hojo can be pretty nasty. But as far as quality officers go, we added a dozen plus really high-end officers. The Oda still have better officers than us. And I played enough fighting them off screen to actually become the #1 force with them at #2. They still have more officers even after that. Alright, so let's, oh, I guess I had already done all the domestics this turn. Oh wait, we have seeds to plant. Oh, I don't have seeds to plant. Never mind. I'm just being silly. I guess we've done what we're going to do, but it did seem like... Never mind. I think I literally did get to the end of a turn and was ready to advance the turn, and that's when I stopped in the last video. I probably should have checked on that. Right now, we're not at war with the Oda. We're only at war with the Ukita. And we should be able to win that pretty handily. Though they're coming to fight us for Ushi. Ukita's army is right before us. Because they're small, however, our victory is assured. Will you still take control of the battle? Yeah, what the hell. Give the bloody-handed and other people writing in the comments section something to write about. Although, actually, people might prefer I didn't do it, because then if they know their officer was in there, they can just make up shit about how awesome they are. We will show them the power of our army. The forces of Tsukayuki. He actually does have a voice that you hear like 2 or 3 words at a time of sometimes. I just don't remember that. It doesn't sound that intimidating to me. The forces of Tsukakiyo Uno of Ukita. Because you'd think it'd be more like the forces of Tsukakiyo Uno of Ukita right before us. We shall bring our soldiers to the fray. But it's more like the forces. You gotta get a goofy voice. Found the enemy units at Ushi. Let's settle things with them. I suggest going with luring ambush. Might as well. Luring ambush is usually pretty solid. Kind of doesn't matter. We've got them badly outnumbered here. It's like almost 4-1. We have an outpost in the battle. Yeah, we can't possibly lose here. So which one of these is the... You are the main force. She is the luring unit. I feel like there's supposed to be a way. Somebody was telling me there's supposed to be a way. Moving will stop grouping soldiers. We order units on standby start acting. No. I'm trying to figure out. Is there any way I can go in and actually look at the topography in different ways? And I guess you really can't. That's one of my bigger complaints about the game. It's stripped down based compared to the last Nobunaga's Ambition game. Let's begin. But not like not in a brutally ridiculous sort of way. It would be really nice if she could get in at the enemy commander, who is probably that guy. But we don't know for sure that that's who he is. Yes, we do. That's who he is. Tsukakiyo Uno, and that's where we expect him to be. But I don't see how she's getting all the way back there without encountering other units first, so let's go. L Dragon. E Dragon. Something. The Ukita, by the way, attacked... They tried to, attack the Mōri when we'd weaken the Mōri. They kind of brought this on themselves. Probably the best bet they had against the Shimazu was to get involved and help the Mōri, but instead they kind of became hostile towards us when they thought we had left an opening by not fully settling in the cities the Mōris had taken. So we found the enemy's location. E. Is there any unit that's more dangerous? I guess you're kind of the most dangerous unit here. Kanbai Kuroda, yeah, he would definitely be the most dangerous guy. Again, we can't really lose this one, so it'll be a chance for me to brush up my skills, I guess. Now, Kanbei, it's not outside of the realm of possibility that Kanbei,
Please command me.
would,
Let us begin.
Your command?
it is not outside the realm of possibility that Kanbei would choose to,
Right. Let's begin.
Your command?
do something sneaky.
Ready yourselves.
Please command me. Do not
Just want to make
fear.
sure that nobody sneaks around and gets our fortresses. The one fact I read about this game really doesn't... It kind of recommends you don't worry about fortresses at all. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, whatever.
Your command?
It kind of recommends you don't worry too much about the fortresses, which... Oh, come on! I'm yelling at the controller. It's the neuropathy. It's... There's nothing wrong with muscularly with any of my digits in my hands. It's just that they're numb. So, you don't realize how weird it is to have, sensory inputs from your hands fouled up. There's nothing wrong with them. You can move them any way you want, but you kind of got to be looking at what you're doing. Typing is a nightmare right now, and I do have, I'm teleworking, but I do have a job that involves, you know, typing.
We have located the enemy's location. I can see you.
I can see you. Okay, don't go after her, you... Kanbei Kuroda took the bait. Good, that's the one I wanted taking the bait. Not, because I'm about to get encircled here.
There appears to be someone with a plan.
Okay, we got units offering up plans. Now, you really
Please command.
don't need to be
Let us begin.
getting yourself
Please command me.
encircled to where you can't get back out.
Let's begin.
Let me show you my plan.
Are we gonna... Oh no, I'm mixing up two characters. Takakage Kobayakawa is not the guy that Samurai Warriors always partners off as being like the goofy, like little kid best buddy to Kanbei, who's portrayed as being some kind of like Sith Lord or something. He's kind of a crappy Sith Lord who doesn't have that much power. Like,
Fire!
Motokiyo Hoida ends up, when I was off screen goofing around, he ends up assigned to our army quite frequently. I guess just because, maybe just because he's out on the front line.
Right. Let's begin.
We have located the enemy's location.
So she got pincered, which I was afraid of, but I should be able to break it up. Now, ambushers, take them down. Yeah, by having the... They're all trapped, ambushers, slay them all. Brutal ambush should make it so he's the one in trouble. Well, actually, the unit that pincered us is already almost defeated. According to our scouts, found the enemy's location. So the ambushers... Oh, it said Kanbei fell for the ambushers, but I was afraid of. They ended up ambushing Teru Kushihashi, whoever this is. I kind of wish I knew who this character was. I always get interested in who the female characters are. But no, there's no...
Your command.
it's not really going to be that advantageous to me to
Ready yourselves.
surprise this unit because it's so weak.
Please command me. Move to the attack.
Please command me. Ready yourselves.
Now I've got Motoharu Kikawa out here. It looks like they're trying to do an end run and sneak around and attack my fortresses for all the good that will do them.
I have a plan.
So he's going to do concentrate.
Stand before me now if you're not
Lady
afraid to
Tolpanzer,
die.
rather, will be doing that.
I have a plan.
Actually, getting rid of Kanbei is going to kind of be the end of these guys. He's like their best unit, I would imagine, by a decent amount.
Fire!
So I'm wasting a lot of musket volley tactics on units that are... It's probably not worth the effort, actually.
Think of this. Don't miss.
I guess you can go for muskets. Don't miss. He's the only guy who could get himself in trouble because the army is kind of concentrated. The enemy army is kind of concentrated over there a bit. But yeah, things move much slower when I'm off-screen goofing around because I don't manually control all these fights.
To die unnecessarily.
So Teru Kushihashi is retreated.
Release.
The bogus.
Release.
We're steadily gaining the advantage. Seems some among the enemies have lost heart. Yep. Battles to our advantage. Infantry want to win glory. But once again, the enemy commander has not actually been located.
Oh, it's our turn already?
Oh.
Fire!
I have a plan.
Stand before me now if you're not afraid to die.
Please give me a command.
So Colin Awari Sanada needs to get out of here and finish this by taking out the enemy commander.
Let me show you my plan.
Get enrage. We'll break Kanbei Kuroda's unit formation. They will drop their guard, rest assured.
If you won't run, then I will have to take steps.
But these colors don't run. Just know that.
Let's begin.
I have made preparations.
Sad boy, they all said. Oh, could it be the time to settle things is near? Saying the defensive could lose us some glory. All right, we're going on offense. Yeah.
Fire!
I'm trying to select... Yeah,
Please command me.
thank you.
Let us begin.
So this should... I'm concentrating on your head.
Release. Now attack them.
Oh, we haven't quite found the enemy. Yep, we were taken by surprise by the enemy commander.
Someone with a plan.
So I can't say that they didn't do anything right in this fight, but looks like you are turning around and not going to get that fortress after all. Of course, no. Forget them. You need to be...
I have a plan. Let's begin.
What do you think of this? Oh, it's our turn already?
Your command?
We just need to take out the enemy commander and finish this.
See my strategy. Fire.
Your command? Everyone, please be careful. I have made preparations. Fire!
Already gave you orders.
Show you my plan.
You can use muskets. I already gave you orders, I believe.
Witness my plan.
Yeah, you guys can just double musket those guys and finish them off. And these guys are going to take out some fortresses, and who cares? I have lost like a couple hundred soldiers, and that's it.
Release.
So I got pincered.
Spearman, forward.
But I finished some tea while that was happening. But the main thing is that we're about to finish off the enemy commander. Brandish. It's not that this world, the sword cannot cut. I shall bisect the enemy's bodies and minds alike. Show off martial skills and attack.
Learn to fear my skill.
Bitches.
Let me show you my plan. Fire.
Got a little pocket of enemies who have all retreated together.
What do you think of this? Don't miss.
Getting attacked with muskets from multiple sides is bad news.
Fire!
I have a plan.
Fire.
We'll certainly end there. Whatever morale they got left is going to be gone momentarily.
See the difference in our skill.
See how encouraging I am? Yeah, they're done.
To the front.
That's it. Victory is within our grasp. The enemy will come at us fiercely too. Do not drop your guard. Didn't we just defeat their main unit, though? Yeah, the enemy leaders pulled back. We were pursuing remnants. Okay. So the buddy ended as it's in character, but he's so intent on killing, he didn't even notice that they'd won the battle. I'm still trying to kill people.
And will ring out with my strategies.
He's not as much about strategy as about brutality, but he's got some good strategies, too. Anyway. There goes the Ukita army. We have won in the battle against Ukita. Our aggression is soaring. Now is the time to corner our foe. Let's decide what to do with the captives. We will hire anybody who will come along, and we will release anybody else, because we're going to have them all very shortly anyway. Against the Oda, there might be officers that it's better off to just execute them, so we don't have to keep facing them. Meantime, the Chosakabe at any point could decide to start trying to take cities themselves, which would actually be kind of annoying.
I will not die for nothing.
Kanbei Kuroda has decided to surrender. Seems the battle has been decided. Love to have him join us, but apparently he is not going to. He has the Unveiled Brilliance resolve. You can tell that he's got a non-generic resolve. He's probably an important historical character. We are not going to execute Kanbei, because he'll be working for us fairly soon, I would think.
You have my thanks.
I don't remember him having worked for me when I was off screening, so it might be either I never signed him anywhere because I was just goofing around, or he ended up getting captured by the Chosakabe and working for them.
Blockading Totori Castle. Looks like the enemy is planning on holding up inside.
There's not that many cities left. Now the question is, do I want to march out another army to take over stuff before the Chosakabe can, or should this just go fast enough as it is? Because they got like 10,000 troops in that city. They could finish off the rest of them by themselves.
Lord Yoshihisa, it appears to be a blizzard. Sir Yoshitora has become sick. I believe it'll take a while for recovery.
Allow me to report.
And allow her to report. And we've newly expanded into Bichu Takamatsu.
These are the results from last month.
Provisions are going down. Everything else is going up. Our infantry pay is actually lower than our commerce income for a change.
Let us begin the council.
Let's begin the beginning.
I'd like to hear everyone's thoughts.
Okay, so Sullius Putero is glowing with power. He wants clan morale. And he's given us a decent amount of stuff, so let's select that. Investment costs down, so I might want to consider investing instead of expanding this turn. Repair costs down. Oh, she's given us... I mostly want military and commerce, but I'm actually short of agriculture, too. When off screening, I kind of noticed some things that became available that we didn't have enough for. But yeah, Hana Takatatsu, who wants to work on agriculture, so she says. He's a war guy, but he wants investment costs down. Investment costs down, soldier death rate down. Interesting. 13 gold, 17, 18 gold. Let's go with 18 gold.
Let us end this council.
Let's begin the beginning. Now what policy to go with? So, I'm saving up for what? I got elite gunners. Combat endurance, post-battle recovery, civil governance. Mischief maker. I think the last big thing I got was elite gunners. Unless I am mistaken, which I could be. So I think now we're saving up for combat endurance, post-battle recovery, plus sailing skill, speedy march 2. The other thing is I could come down here and start working on some cheaper stuff. Like, this is the path that leads to improved militia, but on the way you get some increases to defense against muskets and cavalry, which is useful. Probably I want to concentrate on commerce, though. Let the military stuff catch up. So up here I've got musket trade. That's a good one. Improved monopoly. Provision trade. I hadn't been using trade until suddenly I was, a lot, to take out the Mōri. Mine development. Minecrafters. Silver digging. Compilation. T-port musket amount plus. Let's get this. And then this one also mine musket gain plus. Okay. This is going to cost... This just costs a lot of military... Oh, it also costs rhetoric. Okay. Town support. Open markets. I'll save up for... Well, open markets is not really relevant that often at all, actually. Gold mine trade zone, silver mine trade zone. This is growth up. Income up is good. So... This will probably be suggested by somebody soon. And I don't really care about anything on this end.
Lord Yoshihisa, Ronin Tree says they wish to join our cause.
Sure, Munamasu Takahashi.
My thanks.
So let's do our domestics pretty quick. Invest is cheap this month. So we could choose to invest. We already invested there. I don't think any of the others are available for investment. But there's places here where it's like, it seems weird to me that we don't have. It just seems weird we don't have, already have, rather,
I understand.
a super trade zone over here.
Right.
So maybe we can work our way towards getting super trade zone. Meanwhile, we took over some new zones, so let's see. We got diplomat, politics. We got all the camps. We got our T-towns. Is there anything here that I just don't use? I was hitting the wrong button to scroll. Yeah, maybe we don't have to get rid of anything for once. Okay, but we have some new facilities that can go in. So what did we take over? We took over some spots over here. Well, unless I'm crazy, this spot right here is bordering more than one town. No, wait. No, it's not. Because this is the town. Forget it. It's only bordering one town. So let's just go with forges. Oh, you know what? I screwed this up. Because I wanted to make sure I didn't waste the best possible officers, but I went all the way down, but that's going to mean it's going to take them days and days and days, which is stupid.
Understood.
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 So now we go to improve. Trading town level 7. And neuropathy is bothering me, which is making the menuing even more cumbersome. Trying to find the 8s that were here. Oh, I have more 8s than I expected to. And at some point I need to consider not bothering with getting everything up to like maximum level on those. Because even the menuing would be a lot simpler if I just went to facility level and then just whatever's cheapest. Damn, this is annoying me. We got some T-towns that could be improved, I suppose. And then reservoirs I should work on. And then I guess the really low-level T-towns. Get them all up to about level 4 or so. That's fine. All the fishing towns should be the same level. Okay, that's good. We will go with that. Alright, and that's pretty much a domestic turn. Do we have any officers who need to be moved? Is there any towns I took over and didn't put officers in yet? And there is. So... This is not the created officer. This is the... Yeah, that's the Baldy who's not a created officer. Now, I know I got a bunch of guys at the university town, so I don't know why I'm pulling from anywhere else when I think about it. We're not taking out... some of you guys I'm just keeping here for a while for fun.
Understood.
I did see some towns over here that only had 2 officers. We could well be marching out of here eventually. Against the Oda. If I just go full court press, save up all the foods. Guy's got an awesome hat. Oh, he's the Lord.
Understood.
Alright. I'll just grab somebody from here.
I understand.
Alright. Save it, call it a video. When we come back next time, we will continue to conquer the Ukita. I have to really do need to consider not manually controlling all the battles, because there's going to be quite a few to go. But, yeah, that was a nice little return for me to the game, and we continue moving in the right direction. See you next time.